Hi, dear YouTube. You and I don't know each other very well yet. I mainly know you through watching my favorite celebrity crush interviews, anything Tom Cruise, by the way. Watching little snippets of the Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon show because I was a homeschool girl that grew up without cable TV. So yes, you've been indispensable to me in discovering a little bit about my favorite pieces of pop culture and the secular world. But I am hoping to get to know you a lot better in the near future as a complement to my blog Human Girl, which is going to have a lot of it's going to be a poetry blog, allegory blog, and for anyone watching this, hopefully some of my friends on Facebook and perhaps people I have never met and never will meet. Hi, by the way. I am starting a blog mainly to invite you all to share a journey that I've been going on in terms of just being able to grow and heal from a variety of things. You can find out more about what that's like on my blog. But I love story. I love the power of story. I love imagination. I've always been a lover of story and a storyteller, mainly just in my personal life, in my inward life, cultivating just a love of story and a love of the power of being able to imagine what is currently not the state of affairs or not reality, and how we can impose the power of imagination and the power of what our story is and combining that with what our story could be into making that a reality for ourselves. I've always just looked at art, looked at popular culture, looked at media, looked at movies and music, and all the different forms that art can take in this culture of ours, in this convoluted, eclectic culture of ours, and thought about how we're exposed to art every day, we're exposed to story every day, and what if we harness the power of story and the power of art to take us further as a culture and community to become the people that we want to be instead of just the people that we wish we weren't or can't stand to be at the moment. And that delicate balance of being able to know and love yourself right here in this moment while always continually striving to improve and become the people that God, I guess I'm a Christian, that God meant us to be. And I think that story can really take us farther than we could imagine in that arena for that goal. God himself, Jesus, when he was on earth, he used a lot of stories. He was the best storyteller ever. If you read the Bible, you'll know that. And if you know any of Jesus' parables, you can tell as well that God loves story. It's written on his heart and ingrained literally in the palm of his hand, in the greatest story ever told when he came and saved the entire world from sin. And I think model on that, I just want to be able to tell stories, allegories, poetry, whatever that looks like in a unique way to share my journey with you of inner healing and just restoration and redemption from what I've gone through in my life, and share that with you in the hopes that the power of story together can knit us all together as a community and enable us to become the people that God intended us to be and to heal collectively and synergistically and holistically and organically for from the things that we've gone through in life, because this world can be pretty brutal and pretty harsh. And I think as children, we grew up loving story and the power of story, and we kind of lose that as we continue to grow older. We kind of get jaded, disappointed, frustrated in people in life. And I think the power of story has a lot of refreshing ability to bring us back to that childlike innocence and curiosity about this world around us, and how do we have the autonomy and empowerment to face it and be all that we can be and impose our unique individuality and identity onto it, and also receive the riches of who other people are as well into our lives, and weave that beautiful tapestry of our own stories while we synergistically weave our stories into other people's for the betterment of their outlook and mindset and their future and their present as well. And it helps us to face our past. I think that I have often found the expressive arts and story to just be a beautiful way of being able to process the past and process perhaps painful memories or just perhaps things that you wonder about or curious about. I think that putting things in a way that's often symbolic or allegorical or poetic allows your senses to just relax and absorb truth and information in a way that lowers your logical threshold and enables you to receive truth in a way and question and examine things in a safe environment that's not always strictly intellectual. I love that the arts can do that and the story can do that. So anyway, I wax eloquent, but my blog is called Human Girl, and this channel will be a complement to it. As I post poetry and my stories, I'll be talking to you guys a little bit about what they mean and where they come from. and how they can be applied to daily life, and really just sharing with you my journey. I'm a very human girl, which is why the blog is called what it's called. I'm not perfect, and this is just part of me sharing who I am with whoever wants to listen, because I believe I have a story to share, because you all have a story to share, and I want to hear yours as much as I share mine. So hello YouTube, and I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.